Hi! In this tutorial, you will learn how to create editable tables manually from wpAdmin. It's useful to have the option of creating tables manually. This is true, especially when you don't have a predefined data source like Excel, CSV, a MySQL table, or Google Spreadsheet. To create a table manually, go to the wpDataTables and select Create a Table. Click on Create a Table Manually and then set its options. This table that you are creating will be stored in MySQL, and you will be able to edit it at any later point. You can even make it editable from the front end. To set up your table, there are several options available. For example, the table name can be set from here. Then, you can set the number of columns, and you can also add or delete columns one by one using the Add and Delete buttons. After that, you can configure each individual column. Each column is represented by a block of settings. In each column, you can set the column header, column type, and the editor predefined value. In the column header, you should put its name. The column type helps you define with only one selection of data type of the column. It also sets the filter type for this column and the editor input type. The editor predefined value is an optional input. If you want your inputs to be pre-filled, simply set the value here that will be automatically added. This input will become a drop-down in case the column type is one-line select box or multi-line select box, and there are some possible values defined. And since I mentioned the possible values, these are taggable in one-line select box and multi-line select box column types. You can define all the possible values, separating them with a comma. To delete one of these, click on the X next to it. If you want to delete a column, do the same thing, but this time the X will be located at the top right part of the column block. If, instead, you want to add a column, click on the button in the lower right part of the screen. After setting everything up, create your table by clicking on the green button and open the table in the Standard or the Excel-like editor. It is also worth mentioning that this table that you just created is editable by default from the back end, but not for front-end users. Let's go over the two editors that I previously mentioned. The Standard editor has several buttons that will help you edit it. You can click on New to add a new row. To edit a row, click on it to select it and then click on the Edit button. You can also add a column by clicking on the green button that's above the table preview. To remove a column, click the red one. If you want to just hide a column, click on the yellow button and hide it. Alternatively, you can use the Excel-like editor. You can do this in three ways. The easiest way is to select Open Table in Excel-like editor when creating it. If you have an already created table, you can go to the Functions column in the wpDataTables page and choose Edit in Excel-like editor. Another method is to simply switch between Standard and Excel-like editor while previewing a table. You will see that navigating and editing the table can be done quite similar to what you have done in Excel. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe to our channel to see other neat and informative tutorials.